What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Since last month I did my 10 favorite Marlon Wayans movies, and so today I decided to do my top 10 favorite movies with his brother Damon Wayans. Because today is actually Damon Wayans' birthday, and I've always been a fan of his. You know, he's done like lots of films and TVs that I have enjoyed over the years. So, with that being said, here are kind of like how I did with Charlie Sheen yesterday. Here are my top 10 favorite Damon Wayans projects because he has done a lot of TV that I've enjoyed too. So, anyway, here's the list. All right, coming in at number 10 is going to be Marcy Axe. Now, this movie is completely underrated. Now, it's sad to say it does have an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes, which it's much better than 8%. I actually love this film. You know, yeah, it's a little dumb at times and all, but it's a dumb comedy. What do you expect? It's no Oscar contender or anything. And this, of course, stars Lisa Kudrow, who you might know from as Phoebe from Friends fame, who pretty much plays like this daughter of this of pretty much this billionaire who end up becoming stressed, and he has like a heart attack, and he's like the owner of a hardcore rap record label and all. And so his daughter, played by Lisa Kudrow, needs to take over his business and all, and she tries to pretty much rescue the record label by like changing the negative image of this rapper named Dr. S, played by Damon Wayans. But there's like also a romance that kindled between the two as well. And Lisa Kudrow actually literally tried to rap in a few scenes, and I'm sorry, she's no rap. You know, I like Lisa Kudrow on Friends and all, but that woman is no rapper. Her rapping in this her rapping was not that good. Like, yeah, she's Phoebe from Friends after all, so yeah, she definitely ain't no rapper. But I really dig like her chemistry with Damon Wayans and all. Their like back and forth chemistry was pretty good together. The film is directed by Richard Benjamin, who also plays Kudrow's dad in this. So found that to be pretty cool. This movie has some really cool rap moments in it. I mean, who knew that Damon Wayans could pretty much spit that well? I mean, he was a pretty cool rapper here. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen Marcy Axe, it's really underrated. I mean, shame that you know, shame that has a very Ryan score on Rotten Tomatoes because it's much better than 8%. All right, coming in at number 9 is going. I don't care what anyone says. Lethal Weapon. Now, Lethal Weapon is of course based on the hit films with Mel Gibson and Dan Glover. Here, Damon Wayans plays Roger Murtaugh, who was, you know, famously played by Danny Glover in the film versions. And here you got Clayne Crawford as as the Mel Gibson role, Riggs, and I really quite like Damon Wayans and Clayne Crawford's chemistry with one another. I know they played off each other well on the show, but of course the show did went through had dramas, with Fox ending up firing Clayne Crawford, and then Sean William Scott came in to replace. She pretty much played like a different character for season 3, which I'm not gonna lie, I like season 3. I know there's lots of people poo poo on it because of the whole Clayne Crawford stuff, but I don't care what anyone says. I know season 3 was awesome, and Sean William Scott, I mean, his chemistry with Damon Wayans was amazing. I really like their dynamic chemistry with one another. And I'm still very disappointed that Fox decided to go ahead and cancel it after 3 seasons. It should have done more seasons, but I could see why, because Damon Wayans was also going to leave the show as well, so there's that too. But yeah, it was a really great show. I mean, lasted for 3 seasons, not bad. But if you guys haven't seen the Lethal Weapon show, it's actually not all that bad as you expect. All right. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Mo Money. Now, this film stars Damon Wayans as a small-time crook named Johnny Stewart, who decides to win. Pretty much, he decides to win the heart of a beautiful girl played by Stacey Dash, and he goes. He pretty much decides to straight to win, and so he ends up joining the mailroom of the credit card firm for which she also works at, and he also like needs money to impress her and all, and so like so Johnny pretty much steals like a credit card and goes on a shopping spree and wins the girl, and he and of course the story isn't like over and up because like a security guard who ends up being caught in his death on videotape is like blackmailing Stewart to like join his credit card ring and all. And so he, of course, is joined by Marlon Wayans' character and all. Mo Money it's been a while since I've seen Mo Money, but it's really funny. I mean, you got Damon Wayans teaming up with his real-life brother Marlon Wayans. Those two play off each other well. And obviously, they're going to play off each other good because, I mean, they're brothers after all, so, yeah. Now, also, this movie did not have great critic scores. It didn't do so great with critic-wise. But it's actually not all that bad as critics make it out to be. Like, if you guys never seen Mo Money, go check it out. It's a really good one. Alright, coming in at number 7 is going to be In Living Color. Now, this series, actually, In Living Color was a great sketch series. You know, it was really a show that really brought out few up and comers, people who had their start on In Living Color included Jim Carrey had his start before In Living Color, but this was really the one that really put him on the map for most people. Few other people who appear on this, like Jennifer Lopez, actually got her major start on this. You had a couple of the other Wayne brothers. Yeah, In Living Color was great, and Damon Wayans has some really awesome. He has some really awesome skits here. From Blaine Edwards to the Haleys, and his best skit, I gotta say, is probably his most iconic one, and that is Homie the Clown. I mean, Homie the Clown it's kind of one of his funniest roles to date. It's a really great sketch. If you guys never seen it, you know, you can YouTube Homie the Clown. Give it a shot. It's a really funny sketch. Alright, coming in at number 6 is going to Bulletproof. Now, Bulletproof is... Now, not to be confused with that new TV show that premiered on CW, but Bulletproof, you know, it's actually teamed up Damon Wayans with Adam Sandler here. And it's about this guy named Archie Moses, played by Sandler, who like works for a drug kingpin named Frank Colton, played by James Caan. And he ends up being oblivious to the fact that like one of his closest buddies is actually an undercover cop named Jack Carter, played by Damon Wayans. So Jack ends up pretty much taking down Archie, and they got to go and find the drug kingpin and all. And it's a really funny flick. I mean, you got Damon Wayans teaming up with Adam Sandler, two of my favorite comics today. The film was directed by Ernest Dickerson, who also directed the movie Juice. Cool director. James Caan was really terrific here. Hold on. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, Bulletproof is a hilarious flick. You know, I really like the back and forth dynamic chemistry between Wayans and Sandler. Those two were really funny together. Like, maybe wish that they did another film together because I really like their chemistry here. The movie is actually probably one of my favorite action comedies of the '90s. It's a really great one. Like if you guys never seen Bulletproof yet, check that one out. It's really funny. All right, coming in at number 5 is going to Blank Man. Now, now everyone actually says that they always say that Black Panther is like the first black superhero film. According to Blank Man, drink the beer because Blank Man starring Damon Wayans, David Allen Greer. It's awesome. I mean, it's where this guy named Daryl, played by Damon Wayans, who decides to become a superhero after his grandmother is killed in a mafia hit, and he decides to wear like a over red long johns and becomes a character named Blank Man, who's actually a superhero without any powers and so like Blank Man's crime-fighting crusade ends up causing a sensation around the city of Metro, and so you got his brother named Kevin, played by David Greer, who becomes like his sidekick, and so he also Blank Man also wants to like impress a local news as well, played by he wants to also impress a local news anchor, played by Robert Gibbons, and all, but the mob is like taking them down and all, and yeah, Blank Man it's a really fun gem. I mean, it's actually more of a guilty pleasure of mine. It's not that great of a film, but I quite love Blank Man. It's really fun. It's entertaining. It's a '90s superhero action gem. Like, if you guys never seen Blank Man by now, go check out Blank Man. It's a really good one. All right. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Bamboozled. Now, this is actually the movie that really made me think that Damon Wayans could, like, besides being a comedic actor, this guy could actually do some serious work. And I thought Damon Wayans was great in Bamboozled. You know, it was directed by Spike Lee. You had J. Pinkett Smith. Michael Rappaport was in this. Tommy Davidson. Really great cast members. Like, you got Damon Wayans as this character named Pereira Delacroix, who's like a hip, young, Harvard-educated writer who pretty much is like the sole person of color who's working for a upstart network with floundering ratings and all. And so, like, despite several attempts, he has yet to see any of his concept. Like, his concepts haven't been getting to production. So like now his boss, and so like the ratings. So his boss, who's like the ratings hungry culture venture, Dinwiddie, issues him like a searing ultimatum to come up with like a hot trending setting headline and all. And so, yeah, Bamboozle is a really interesting film about like it's part like the music industry and music writing and all. You also, like I said, J. Pinkett Smith was in this. She was great. It's not really Spike Lee's best work or anything, but I thought Spike Lee did a pretty decent job here. He really gave Damon Wayans a really good performance to do. I thought Damon Wayans was just amazing in this. Like, if you guys haven't seen Bamboozled, it's a really decent one. Alright, coming in at number 3 is going to be Major Payne. Now, this is probably one of the funniest army movies there is. Like, in it, you got Damon Wayans as a Major Benson Payne, who pretty much lives and breathes and sleeps war and all. But, like, he ends up being honorably discharged from the Marines due to a lack of war. And so, like, Payne ends up becoming the natural-born killer and all. And so, like, Payne ends up finding his way back to the Marine by leading, like a Marine school and all. And he, like, wants to whip these kids up in shape. And, I mean, Damon Wayans, he's like his character was kind of like Ollie Ermy in Full Metal Jacket. Like, this movie felt like a very comedic version of Full Metal Jacket. Major Payne it's great. It's really funny. a great army-based flick. Damon Wayans was just awesome in this. I mean, if you guys never seen Major Payne, it's a really good one. All right. Now, my number two favorite is going to another TV show, and that's probably one of my favorite TV shows that Damon Wayans has appeared on, and that's going to probably one of my favorite sitcoms there is, My Wife and Kids. They show this. They literally show this show on TV all the time. When you go on VH1 and early, they'll show it. Sometimes I think they show on BT once in a while too, if I'm not mistaken. My Wife and Kids, it's great. I mean, you of course got you got Damon Wayans as Michael Kyle, who's pretty much like who pretty much is like on a tradition, like on a funny quest for like a traditional family and all. And so like, he's also a truck, like he also runs a truck business as well. And his kids they're bright, like some of them could be bright. Like you got Junior played by Giorgio Gore II, who's kind of one of the most idiot TV sons there is. You got the young girl Katie played by Parker McKenna Posey, who was really great. Who actually sort of reminded me of Rudy from the Cosby Show. Like I kind of had a bit of a Rudy vibe for her. Then you also got their oldest daughter Claire, who was once played by this one actress named Jazz Rayco. Then they replaced her with Jennifer Freeman, which I still never understood about, but yeah, right. Yeah, Damon Wayans as Michael Kyle he's a great family man. He has so much great chemistry with his on-screen kids. Damon Wayans just played Michael Kyle just perfectly. I liked his chemistry with his wife, played by Tisha Count Martin, who's, of course, if you guys don't know, she's best known for Martin, so there's that. This series has so much really funny jokes, funny episodes. I mean, definitely, when this show was on, I literally called it the new generation Cosby Show. It literally had a bit of a Cosby Show feel to it. But it's a really great one. Like, if you guys never had a chance to see My Wife and Kids yet, like I said, it's on. They show lots of reruns and all. My Wife and Kids is just great. So definitely go check it out. I mean, I probably could have said my number one favorite, but my number one I kind of like slightly more. So yeah. Oh, and not to mention, Michael always abuses his poor kid Junior. Every time Junior says something dumb, he always be smacking Junior on his head. I mean, I don't know if that should be considered child abuse or what, but hey. All right. Now, my number one favorite Damon Wayans movies of all time, or project, I should say, his best role ever has got to be Tony Scott's The Last Boy Scout. I love The Last Boy Scout. I mean, you got him teaming up with Bruce Willis. This film had Halle Berry in it, directed by the late great Tony Scott. I mean, you pretty much got Damon Wayans as this ex-quarterback who has a gambling problem, who teams up with this service secret agent named Joe Hellenbeck, played by Bruce Willis, who now is like a private investigator, and it's where Jimmy's pole dancer girlfriend, played by Halle Berry, ends up being murdered. So he ends up. So you got Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans who like team up to find the people involved and yeah, Last Boy Scout. It's such a fun '90s action flick. Like I really like the dynamic chemistry with Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis. They were both great in this. They had some really funny, witty dialogues together. I mean, Last Boy Scout is just such an awesome flick. If you guys never seen The Last Boy Scout yet, give that one a shot. It's really good. But that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10. Marcy Axe. 9. Lethal Weapon. 8. Mo Money. 7. In Living Color. 6. Bulletproof. 5. Blank Man. 4. Bamboozled. 3. Major Pain. 2. My Wife and Kids. 1. The Last Boy Scout. Now, he's been in loads of other stuff as well. Let me find his credit list. Alright, he was also in that Steve Martin film, Roxanne. He was in that Sean Penn film, Colors. He actually appeared on Beverly Hills Cop, where he gives Eddie Murphy, the banana she put in the tailpipe. If you guys remember that scene of Beverly Hills Cop, he was in The Great White Height with Sam Jackson. He had a part in Foster the Penguins. Look Who's Talking, which also featured Bruce Willis in it. He appeared in Earth Girls Are Easy, which also featured Jim Carrey in it. So there's that. And he was in that basketball movie Celtic Pride with Dan Aykroyd and Daniel Stern. Now, also, even though he was barely on the show, like he was only on the first episode and that was it, he also appeared on that show Happy Endings, which featured his real life son Damon Wayans Jr. So, too bad they never really had him appear on the show again. I really quite like Damon Wayans' part on Happy Endings, but yeah, if you guys ever seen Happy Endings, it's a really great one. But that's pretty much it. Let me lead you guys. What are some of your favorite Damon Wayans movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is C Movies signing off.